Hello everyone, you're welcome back once again on my channel. So in this video I'll be taking you guys on how you can cut a palazzo pants, a crop top with a hoodie. Okay, so that's all for today guys. So if this is what you're interested in guys, kindly watch this video today. And thank you so much to all my subscribers, my returning subscriber. Thank you. You're a newbie here, you are highly welcome. Okay guys, so without wasting much of your time, let's get started. So as you can see here on my table, I have already cut out the material or the fabric I'll be working on, the amount. Go ahead and add your shoulder measurement divided by 2 plus your sleeve length. That will determine the number or the inches you're going to be working on. Okay, or you can measure from the center part of your neck to your desired sleeve length. Remember, it's a crop top, a kimono crop top with a hoodie. So guys, so after that, the next thing now, you cut out your length. So I have two pieces, the front and back together. So after that, you're going to measure at the end. You can see I'm trying to mark out my neck. I use 3 by 3 inches neck width and 1 inch for the back, 1 inch neck depth for the back. Then for the front, I used 8 inches or thereabouts. So you can see I'm trying to connect. This is for the back neckline. After connecting the back, so I'll go ahead. You can see I used 8 inches for the front. The front is going to be a V neckline. So after that, you're going to connect your shoulder slope at the end. At the end of the fabric, which will serve as your sleeve opening, you're going to come down by 1 inch. After which, go ahead and connect it to the neckline like so. Then you mark your v-neck. So this is my v-neck line. You can use any desired inches, any sleeve depth of your choice. Where I used 8 inches for the front depth. So remember, this will have a hoodie, so I'm using a v neckline. So from there, for the 1 inch of shoulder slope, you're going to mark your sleeve opening. Then you connect it to give it a line. Remember, it's free, so it's not going to be fitted, so it's going to be a loose sleeve. So from that sleeve now, you mark your bust measurement plus your ease and your sewing allowance. So you bring the same thing. You can go ahead and mark your waist measurement plus your ease and your sewing allowance, or you can just go ahead and mark whatever you have on your bust down to your waistline, depending on how free you want the waist side to be. So after that, you're going to make a curve. You can see I've already make an armhole curve. So after making an armhole curve, so the next thing now is for us to go ahead and cut it out. So I've cut out the back neckline, then the shoulder slope. After cutting the shoulder slope, I'll go ahead and cut out my armhole. Okay, now you can see, so I will raise the first one, so I have the back and front cutting together. So you can see this is for the back, I've cut it out, this for the front. Then I'll go ahead and cut out my armhole. So this is the armhole. Now I've cut it out. So the next thing now is I'm trying to shape in the sleeve opening to make sure everything is equal. So I'll go ahead and open it up like this. So this is, so after opening it up, I want to go ahead and cut out the facing. Okay guys, so now you can see I'm done with the cutting of the facing. So I'm going to, this is how I'll be sewing it. So I'm using the facing to turn the neckline because I want a neat finishing. So you can go ahead and use a bias stripe if that's what you prefer. So you can see I'm trying to pin it up. So I'll go ahead and pin them down, pin it up like this. So this is for the back. So I have the back here. I'll go ahead and do the same thing at the back. Or you can decide to fold. So you can see here I'll be folding the back. I'll use a smaller uh, less than half an inch to fold the back. So after that, the next thing is to place the shoulder to shoulder and join it. I'll be joining shoulder to shoulder. Then after that, I'll go ahead and fold the sleeve. So you can see guys, I'm done with the joining of the shoulders, the sewing of the neckline. So you can see I've gone ahead to fold the sleeve opening. So this is how it looks like. So the next thing now, we are going to cut out our hoodie. So I think that's what is left. So from here, remember from the hoodie, from the shoulder joint, you are going to measure 3.5 an inch on both sides of the neckline. For the neck joining, for the shoulder joining, downwards towards the front, you're going to measure 3.5 inches on both sides. So after measuring, the next thing is to place your tape from one end of the 3.5, you measure it round, then to the other end where you marked your 3.5 inches. So whatever you got here will be the length you're going to be using to cut our hoodie. So now I'm going to be drafting this on this pattern paper. Okay, so I'll be drafting the hoodie on the pattern paper like this. So the next thing we are going to mark a starting line. I'll first of all mark a starting line, or you can just come down and mark like half an inch. This will serve as a starting line. Then from that starting line, then the other side, I'm going to also mark a margin line also. So this will be as a guideline. So after that now, from that starting line, the next thing you are going to input the length of the hoodie, the length you want. You can decide to use 15 inches, 16 or 17 depending on how how long you want your hoodie to be. Okay, if you want this so big, but this one I wanted it to be long, so I used about 17 inches or so. So if you want it shorter, but I think 17, 16 inches is the normal. If you want it longer, you can increase depending on how big you want the hoodie. I think 16 to 17 inches will be fine. So you draw the line. So this is your length. So from there now you're going to mark. Remember we measured the neck round. We measure the neck, the 3 inches we came down, then we'll measure the length. So you're going to mark it. So I got 16. 16 divided by 2, that is 8 inches. So you are going to mark it like this. So this is what you see me doing right now. After marking 3.5 inches on both sides of the neck and front, I measured it round. I got 16 inches. So you're going to divide it by 2, which will give you 8. Then this will determine the width. So you can see here. So the length and the width. Now we are able to get our width, which is the neck measurement we measured earlier. So I'm trying to use my marker to highlight it so that it will be visible enough. Okay, so after that, the next thing I'm going to be using 3.5 inches method. So you can see here I came in by 3.5 on the starting line as well. Towards the end I came down by 3.5 inches. I'm trying to level it. So from here you're going to go out again from and mark 3.5 inches as well. So I hope this is clear. If it's not clear, you just watch and you understand what I'm trying to do here. So after that, then on the towards the down part of the hoodie, you are going to go up again by 3.5 inwards. Then outwards, you are going to go up again by 3.5 inches. Okay, so after that, at this top here, you are going to come out by half an inch. You just go ahead and come out by half an inch. So we are going to connect it. From there, you go ahead and connect. From the half an inch, you're going to connect it down towards the 3.5 inches mark we made earlier. So after that, now the next thing is to connect the other 3.5 inches that were marked like this using a curve rule. You can go ahead and use a straight rule to mark, after which you go ahead and blend it, or you just go ahead and use your curve rule. Then you connect the second one like this. From that 3.5 inches, you're also going to connect it down towards the other 3.5 inches. So you can see I'll go ahead and blend it in to eliminate these sharp points. So after that, now our hoodie is ready. So here I'm trying to label. So how we got this block or the rectangle shape, you can see the neck divided by 2. So that is what I had here. After measuring 3.5 inches on both sides of the front neckline, I went ahead and measured out to get uh, 16 inches. Then I divided by 2. That's how I got this rectangular shape. Then the length is the length of the hoodie, how long or wide or big or long or tall you want the hoodie to be. Okay guys, so you can see I've cut out my hoodie pattern. So I'll be using this to cut out on my fabric. I'll be cutting it 4 pieces of this. I'll have 4 pieces because I'll be using the same fabric as the lining. So you can see here I have, this is 2 piece, I have another 2. So right side facing right side, I'll go ahead and sew half inch. You can see the way I'm trying to mark where I'm going to sew, half inch all around. So the curve, this curvy part is going, you're going to sew it from down towards the up, the curvy side, half inch. So after sewing it on both sides, then you go ahead and open it up. You can see I have 2 pieces here. This is 2 pieces and the other one is 2 pieces as well. Okay guys, so now I'm done sewing. So this is what I have here. You can see our hoodie has formed already. So this is the first one. Then this one will serve as the lining. Okay, so that's why I cut 4 pieces. So this is what I have. So the next thing, I'll go ahead and match it seam to seam, right side facing right side. So I'll pin it up. I'll go straight to my sewing machine and run a stitch from one end all the way to the other end, just like the way I'm pinning it. You can see, I hope you understand what I'm saying here. So we are just trying to turn. Let's say you want to turn with a lining. So after that, you're going to flip it to the other side. You can see what we have here. So I'll go straight to my sewing machine and do that. Okay guys, so now this is it. You can see I am done sewing it. So I will go ahead and turn it inside out. At this point, you can go ahead and give it a very nice ironing. Okay, so this is what your hoodie looks like. So if you don't want to be this long, you can decide to shorten it a bit. I used 16 inches. You can decide to use 15 or 14 inches depending on how long you want it to be. Okay guys, so this is it. The next thing now is to fix it on our crop top. So the next thing now, so this is our crop top. So you remember the 3.5 inches mark we made. So you are going to pick once. You can see this is the down part. You can see it here, the down part of the hoodie. You can go ahead, pin it, locate your 3.5 inches. So you can go ahead and conceal this raw edge. And go ahead, you can see I'll go ahead and conceal it because of the neckline. You know, I turned the neckline, So I'll just go ahead and conceal it to give it this neat finishing. So after sewing it, the next thing now, you go ahead and pin it. You can pin it all around, or you can decide to locate your center back, then match it with the center of the hoodie, then pin it to the 3.5 inches we made. So after that now, you see the outcome. So the next thing, go ahead and shape a crop top and hem the bottom part, and then a crop top with a hoodie is ready. Okay guys, so I hope you find this video very helpful. If you do, please kindly give it a thumbs up, subscribe, like and share. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. See you in my next video. Bye.